Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
All right, let's get straight to the content. We ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna brush back up on this Big U situation. It said that dudes is making up anything and saying anything for content when they come to Big U.
Especially in this indictment, you know, he was running pretty much essentially a mafia-like enterprise. They even said that in the indictment. What's your reaction to kind of what feels like a double life he was living?
Well, you know, you mentioned that two things can be right. And so he could have also been engaged in things that were positive, if you will, for the community in terms of helping a community that's very disadvantaged and hasn't received the same economic opportunities. Nevertheless, you have to counterbalance that with these allegations right now that show that he was involved in not just trafficking and extorting people, but also they say that he personally committed a murder. So, you know, those are very stark contrasts and contradictions of a person. And I'm sure the community knows him one way or maybe both ways. That's what's going to be pretty riveting, is to see if this case makes it to trial and or more information that comes out as it relates to where the government got their information from. We may see two contradictions of a man on full display, or we may see that this is really the monster as he's been portrayed, or as Big U has tried to portray himself, a victim of government overreach.
All right, look, check it out. Like, share, and subscribe. All these people just making up content about this Big U situation, about the DNA. They're acting like they just found out that the DNA was unconclusive, right? So, a year and a half ago, the family of Rayshawn Williams, the one who's was murdered, left in the desert, whatever. His sister and mom went on the internet, and his sister's words was, I believe, oh, and they found Big U DNA on my brother's fingernails, right? Now that's just a woman, you know, emotional speaking about what she heard, because you know the.
All right, we're gonna stop it right there. So that's the person that brung all this to the internet. Nobody knew none of this until the mother and sister allegedly supposed to bring this to the internet, according to what he's saying. In the beginning of this video, he said that people is making up content about this stuff, DNA up under the fingernails. And that's all these videos been about. It's about this DNA under the fingernails. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. Trust and believe. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If it's a lie, or if it's the truth. Nobody care. You know why? It's a payout on this internet. The only people that care is the families that's involved. That's it. I don't think nobody else care. We have somebody that's unalive. We have somebody that's could possibly be locked up, or the unalive could still be roaming the streets. There's only one person, not the judge, not the jury, that could determine your fate, and that's God. That's it.
Investigators will give an update to the family on investigation. Now, I believe what they told them was it was unconclusive DNA that was found. Now, they're overhearing the inconclusive part. Inconclusive or unconclusive, whatever it's called, whatever the wording is, means that it's not ruled in and it's not ruled out. It's not a solid match, okay?
Well, if it's not a solid match, then why are we even talking about this at all on the internet, period? We seen on the news where the news brung it up. Y'all seen the clipping that was before this, that his name was brought up in this unaliving of Rayshawn Williams. Rest in peace to him, man. I send my condolences out to him and his family, because at the end of the day, he's part of the content as well. And, you know, people say, man, why y'all? It's on the internet. People going to react to it. There's nothing you can do about these reaction channels that's going to find a reaction, a beautiful lie or the honest to God truth. They going to cover it. They going to flip it. They going to spin it any kind of way they going to do it for that 21st of the month YouTube check. That's what they gonna do. No, like I say, nobody care but the family. For the people that's making up the content, putting it on the internet, you did an awesome job. You did an awesome job because you didn't gave everybody something to talk about. Especially when this LA content is drying all the way up. Sooner or later, after this Big U trial, it's gonna be big, it's gonna be covered. But after that, this stuff is over with. It ain't gonna be no more content on this Big U name. You can best believe that. Trust, mark my word.
DNA that was found on Rayshawn's fingernails, right? So when they said that, we said what she said, right? Now, this, like I said, this is nothing new. Now everyone's saying, oh, it's inconclusive. Oh, the DNA don't match. Bro, it's nothing new. It's the same thing. But that doesn't have nothing to do with anything else. You know what I'm saying? And let's get something else straight. I've always said that Big U got action on beating that murder. Just based on, there's no motive. The motive is a fake diss song we never heard. And they couldn't put him at the location of the body and no murder weapon. So,
all right. So he got action at beating his murder. They can't place him at the scene of the crime. They don't got no murder weapon. So he got action at beating his murder. That's a good thing, right? Nobody want that charge. And if he got other charges that he actually done, then you know how the old people say, it's a price to pay for the games you play. You do the crime, you do the time. We didn't heard all that. We haven't seen Big U call home one time on these talk shows, on these platforms, like we seen other guys who've been arrested since this happened on all these platforms. We ain't seen him cry or complain yet. He probably already took it up with God and accepted his fate. It's just everybody on the internet, they're the ones who making it bigger than what it really is. We haven't heard that man say nothing yet.
I always said that he got action being a body. But that don't mean he getting out of jail. This shit got realized, man. The man got 43 counts of serious crimes. He's facing 600 years of the counts that were listed in his indictment, which don't include murder. So they're talking about,
if it don't include murder, then how he gonna be the murder? If it don't include, so that murder he must not be charged with. So if he's not charged with it, then how is he gonna beat something that he's not even charged with? Why is we even having this conversation at this point? Was he charged with it or not?
he's going to beat this murder when he's not even charged. The murder is not even one of his 43 counts.
Also, how he going to beat something that he's not even charged with? If the murder is not one of his counts, then I don't know what's going on at this point.
Everything else that he's been charged with that his counts, he's been caught dead bang on. He ain't getting out of that. It is what it is. The facts are the facts, bro. They say he's facing 600 years.
Ooh, shit. God damn. 600 years. Whew. Man, you can cancel Christmas, 600 years, but hey, we done seen people wiggle their way up out these situations, man. We done seen people wiggle their way out of these situations, whether they turn informant or whether they get just a stroke of luck or God just walk them right on up out of there, man. We done seen people get up out of these situations, but it's crazy, man. People gonna celebrate when you gone, and they gonna celebrate and get this YouTube celebration going on too. I guarantee y'all, man, mark my word, when that man get convicted or if he walk home, it's going to be content that's going to be ran all the way till you can't run it no more. When all this Big U stuff is officially dried and you can't get a view off of it, it's going to have to be new content that's going to have to come, because this stuff will die out. Just like matter of fact, the LA content right now, this probably the only thing that doing numbers right now. No LA content creator right now is doing numbers other than Whack 100. Who else? And Hefe. It's a few channels on here that's doing numbers, but they not doing the big numbers like the Poetic Flacos over there doing numbers, like DJ Ghost. These are guys that's doing numbers. DJ Ghost don't even cover none of this stuff. And he's, when I say knocking everybody out the water when it comes to content, it's going to have to be some real content reactions, man. I'm going to have to probably follow in DJ Ghost's footsteps and go. I've been watching him. I've been studying his game. Y'all go over there and check him out, man. I might convert to some of that and get all the way off these LA streets, man. Let's get back to this.
One thing the feds do, they don't come get you unless they have enough to convict you. What that means is that they watched him, they waited until they had enough stuff to come get him. All that stuff they charged him with is backed with facts, audio and video, not just hearsay, informants, witnesses, testimonies. So I don't know how he's gonna get out of that. But all that stuff about that murder, y'all saying he gonna be the murderer he's not even charged with, bro. Like the stuff y'all saying is crazy. Anyway.
No, you said that in the beginning. You said that I said it. You said out your mouth in this video that he got action at beating his murder. You said that. He got action at beating the murder. They don't have no evidence. They don't have no gun, any of that. You said that out your mouth. So if he got action at beating the murder, but now you saying that he never was charged at the murder, how he gonna beat something that he was never charged with? It ain't. We not saying nothing crazy. We doing reactions.
Like, share, subscribe, man.
All right, man. That's 600. Y'all go over there and check the rest of that out. What do y'all think about all this, man? At the end of the day, us, like I said, it's only one person that have a final say. So that's the man upstairs. Everybody else, man, we don't have no control of nothing. We don't got no power. Only thing everything that we all got in common is a mouth, and we all gonna make it say what we wanted to say. Whether this man come home, whether this man don't come home, if you committed a crime, you got to do the time. That's just it. Point blank, period. Nobody wins in this whole situation. You got Rayshawn Williams, who's unalive, his family, his parents, his mother. And then you have this man over here who's going through what he's going through. And if the unaliver is free or in jail, you can't run from God. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. I'll catch all of y'all on the next one.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.